What's going on, everybody? How's it going? Jose Cruz here, your favorite Native American.
My favorite.
Yeah, I'm Johnny's favorite. And also, we got my man, Johnny freaking Fisher. What is your nickname?
What is my nickname?
How about you're just the Italian stallion?
No. My parent growing up, my parents were like, "Hey, you." No, I'm just kidding.
you with the hair, the face.
Yeah. It's funny. My parents would go, "Scott, John, whatever your name is,
human.
Go to your room." I was like, "Oh man, I didn't even get."
So you don't have a nickname?
I do. I don't know.
You need like a dope nickname.
I mean,
something
for the longest time, everybody's called me J Fish. I don't know.
Fish. I mean, I've been doing that on all our teasers. J Fish, J Cruz.
I mean, it is real like early 2000-ish, like kind of nickname-ish, T-Mac, all that kind of.
T-Mac.
I don't know. I took it back right there, huh? They didn't go L Bird, but
who gave you T-Mac?
No. I'm just saying, like.
Okay,
it just came into my head.
Big Mac.
Something.
Yeah.
Biggie Mick.
Little
Biggie
Mac.
Mickey. Yeah.
Or
yeah.
I don't know, Mac Attack.
Yeah,
Mac
something.
Jones.
My friends call me the branch manager.
The branch manager.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, the tree branch.
Yeah, that's messed up, man.
They are assholes. I have asshole friends.
That's dirtbaggery.
That is dirtbaggery. They get mad when you beat them all the time in fantasy football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ooh, so
we got to figure out legit, because I always say like your favorite Native American, kind of like my thing, because I am Native, so I'm not just saying it to say
right.
it.
Yeah. I mean, we do have the #1 podcast in the Central Valley, so I'm not just saying that just to say it. It's just
big fact.
It's just how it is. Yeah,
it is, because I am not. I'm 100%. I 100% agree, because I'm not hating on people doing things, man. But when I look at quality, when I look at content, when I look at our presentation, and when I look at all this stuff, man, it's legit.
It is.
You know,
and we do have the #1 producer,
director.
Yeah,
all the above. Wifey Laura. Say hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Oh, you are so corny. You're done. Mute that mic for that corny joke.
Hi, guys.
No, I'm playing. No, so 100%, man. And I feel like what separates us is because not only we have the quality, we have obviously the gear, we have the hosts, the director, producer, we have the content and the relatable material we always talk about. And we always, so far, thus in our past, this is episode.
I feel like we've been doing really good, and I don't know. We have like really good people that watch and listen, and not only do they do those things, but they call me up and critique me.
Yeah, same here. I get a few of
do
those.
You get that? But like in good and bad things, or they'll say things like, "Oh man, whatever you guys talked about today, really, it hit me hard, and it was really good." Or
because one thing I've noticed, because our subs are growing slowly. They're just not random bots or anything like that. But dude, I mean, I don't know how you feel about this, but I just saw on our notifications on our YouTube page, one of your daughters just subscribed to our.
It's about time.
Well,
which one?
Carly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's something.
I'm serious. I saw that. I'm like, oh, is that the I was like, but that's cool.
It is.
It's interesting, So again, that's where I feel like should and win, because I have people that I'm beefing with. There's people that I've had a lot of issues with that I saw that subscribed, and so they're listening and they're watching, and I want to still be relatable, because that one saying, people judge you based off what they knew you in the past, but they don't know you now. That whole crap. But I hope that with doing these shows, man, me being personally me, my end, I want to be open and honest, man. I really do. I don't want to make no more excuses. I don't want to make nothing in the sense of that's going to save my butt anymore. No, I'm be open and honest. And I had this big conversation with my kids yesterday, man. And it's just, to me, that's where I want this show to be. And I feel like what we want to talk about today, to kind of go over the show, our vision, our goals, because this is pilot episode number 11.
Yep.
And the last one of all our pilot episodes before we start season 1, episode 1. And so, what do you think, man? Before we jump into like our our list,
I-
so far so good show type feeling, and talk about it.
Well, first of all, you said the past, and I immediately think of that fantastic picture that our producer, director, your wifey posted of both of you guys from like back in.
That was back
I
in
mean,
the
I
day.
want to call it back in the day. It wasn't like
100 pounds
mean-
ago.
It's
I don't know.
2004.
I love seeing like
2004?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh wow. I just love seeing like. I think everybody. Everybody loves young love, I guess. I don't know. That's when you guys actually liked each other and stuff. And
She was okay.
You didn't.
No.
You didn't throw anything at each other. I'm just kidding.
No.
But like, no, that was really cool to see. The puka shells were freaking fire,
Dude, she makes all that.
yeah,
She made all
Dude,
that.
I
She-
used to wear puka shells all the time. My kids make fun of me like constantly. I'm like,
Why you
bro,
hate
you
that?
have no idea what it was like to live through the early 2000s and
Come on.
'99.
Yeah, she
you know?
made all that. That was my first time ever wearing those.
Really?
Yeah, so she made me one. I was like, cool, I'll wear them. She made them. I'm gonna rock them.
I don't even know what they stand for. I
don't
I
either.
mean, they have to have some sort of meaning. Anyways, it was a great picture.
Thank
I with this being the pilot, the 11th, our 11th pilot, and leading into a launch party, and just I don't know, the feeling I get about where and the direction that we're heading just makes me, I don't know, I feel like uncomfortably confident, and I don't know if that's a thing. That's an oxymoron, I guess, but like
I feel that.
I mean, just like we were talking about, like being honest and open, I sat out in my car for like 10 or 15 minutes before I came in here because I'm not good today. I am not feeling well here, and it's not, it's just who I am. It's just how I am. But, you have good days and bad days. You force yourself places, and, I don't know. I really enjoy coming here, and I know how the whole time I was thinking in there in my car or a truck or whatever, and just thinking about like being relatable, being relatable. How many people don't want to leave their house because they're not doing good today?
Yeah.
How many people are having a hard day at work because they're not doing good today? Or how many people, whatever, because of something that they're not pushing. And it doesn't work for everybody. Like pushing doesn't work for everyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for me, but I can't even tell you like how many times I've sat in this seat or the yellow seat and kind of forced myself to be here, even though I love doing it. You know what I love doing this. This is beyond hobby. This is like passion. This is being able to help people, and just by using words and without having to be like loud, you know what I mean? Like having to, how like some people are like dressed loud, or some people, I don't know, they're just loud in a, not in an annoyance, but kind of an annoyance. And like, I'm not trying to bring attention to myself or you or us
By doing this.
Right. Yeah. So for me, I mean, being relatable, but being there for people.
Yeah.
I think that's what hits me. That's what like I'm most proud of. That's the stuff that makes me humble. It's the stuff that makes me happy that, dude, we're all, in this fishbowl. And
Yeah, well,
whatever.
spite like you, like how what I'm getting from you, then, despite how you're feeling and not wanting, like I don't feel like it, but listening, I guess, to reasoning in ourselves, like, man, we're not doing this because again, if we really wanted to make it about the clout being loud, it'd be easy for us, Even I feel the same way today too. I'll be honest with you.
I know, I could tell.
But the thing is, I feel like these are the most authentic moments because it's really everyone's authenticity, all authentic. Everyone throws that word around like whatever now, like it's candy. And so I feel like what you're trying to say, man, going against our better reasoning, we still want to come finish this and do this. Why? Because at the end of every show, we're like, man, I'm glad we shot this. Or I'm glad we had so-and-so over. We had this conversation that actually helped me.
Yeah.
And that's where I felt like our conversations get real. Our conversations on the show get like that. And so I want to, before we jump, what do you think, Laura, about so far about the show, you directing and producing all this, where you feel like this is going to be at and go. And so far, how has it been? Especially you, from your point of view, looking how dumb me and Johnny look sometimes.
Well, I can tell there's a few episodes that have really like have had to hold back my tears, because especially like when all the three dads with Billy. Like, that just made me choke up, and I was just like, man.
Which we haven't released yet. That's episode 3, season 1. But go ahead, you're good.
So, I mean, I love being here. I love listening to you guys and getting a sneak peek of into the minds of men and fathers, and how you guys think out loud, dudes.
Yeah, because you're in a conversation where we do get a little duty,
Yeah, but I like it. And I know you guys are not professionals. You're not doctors, but you guys both have the ability to talk.
Mm-hmm. Provide therapy without being a therapist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And talking it out. And it's refreshing and it's enlightening. It's real stuff. People are so fluff out there, and then you get these two guys and your guests, and you guys are just so vulnerable. And we don't get that anymore. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited for what you guys are gonna bring. Okay,
I appreciate that, because again, I mean, she hears me every day. Mm-hmm. We're with each other every day, and she has to sit here and listen to me on this, and so it's really it's not just something that I decided to do. It's something that she decided to do too. Right, we both collectively and came together, say, let's do this. Yep. And so I feel like to get into our first point of it. And this we'll bring up like other shows, the past 10 episodes we shot, how we felt about them. But like you said it, and I feel like that's kind of really what our niche is for Still Here podcast, is just being relatable. Mm-hmm. Relatable is key.
Relatable, vulnerable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And connecting, man. Mm-hmm. Through the phones, through YouTube, on your computer, on your TV, and talking to anybody, man, and whether they're going through something or not, because everybody's going through something, or somebody going through something, Yeah. So if you can relate to them, that's our niche. Yeah. I'm not going to be a guy up here just to throw up content just because I've said it before, just because it's trendy. Yeah. Just because everyone's doing it, and there's platforms and da-da-da-da. Not me, man. Not me. I'm legit trying to put out, personally for me, because I know what we're doing for the show. I legit, every time I speak to a guest, or me and you have our shows, I really want to connect and relate to you and everyone listening and watching, in a non-perverty way, but I want to touch people, man. I really do. And
as soon as you said connect, I was like, oh, this guy wants to dock right now, boy. I was like, oh, I guess, here we go. It's happening. It's happening.
No. What do you think? So yeah, the sound effect. So it's not like I know what that means or sounds
we talked about it. I know we talked about it in one of our episodes. I was just bringing it back. I don't know which one it was.
Docking Bros.
Yeah, I don't know. Was it? Was Sean?
Yeah, or new podcast, man. Docking Bros. Doc Bros podcast.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's the what do you call it? The Patreon account.
Yeah, the Patreon.
Y'all want to pay for that stuff?
Yeah.
What do you think, man?
That's at least $10 a month for sure. Least. That's not $9.99. That is straight up $10. Yes.
So yeah, what do you think? Our niche, relatability. You talked about it earlier, so let's kind of go from there, and and go back from our first episode with Sean. Mm-hmm. How did that podcast relate?
Oh, so what I get a lot, I get family members and stuff calling me, or they'll hit me up and they'll say just how much we've grown just in like our pilot episodes that we've done, and I think what it is it's just a healthy balance of being vulnerable, being able to talk about things that not everybody wants to talk about, and putting it out there, and not just put something out there, but like create something that somebody can like legit relate to. You know what I mean? And so I love what Laura said about being vulnerable. I think that we are completely sincere. Mm-hmm. I know that we are. I mean, because I know what I'm saying. And it's so nice not to meet somebody's representative. So like having,
that's so true.
Yeah. Having, when we're out here, it's like, I don't know, this is what I wore today.
Look good, by the way. I
Thank
like
you.
your style.
Anytime I wear like a jacket or something, I'm being more protective about myself, I guess. I think I was thinking about that today. Of course, I may or may not overthink things.
Outfit is on point, by the way.
Yeah.
Peaky Blinders over here.
Thank you so much. I was okay. So speaking of Peakies, right? So I'm watching it again, the Peaky Blinders again, and like season 6 supposed to come out in like really soon.
I'm excited about that.
I think it's coming out on BBC TV first or something like that, which I think is total crap.
Really? It's not gonna be on Netflix?
It will be. I guess they have to see like how many people are gonna like watch it or something.
Doesn't matter. There's a
They
lot
look
of
at
shows
the-
on Netflix right now that nobody
Right.
watched, but they're still up there. Come on.
Dude, we went down a freaking Ozark rabbit hole last night where we are you guys
got bored of
Ozarkers?
it.
What?
Yeah, I got bored. Like maybe second season in, just got all they do is talk.
It's very
It's like,
good.
talk-
It's Jason Bateman is freaking hilarious. That guy is throwing shade everywhere at people. He can't fight at all.
I know that. I know that.
But he can fight like with his brain. He just
I don't know, man.
smashes.
All these shows now are just talking. I want action. I want to get to the point. You know, get to the meat of the. I don't need to hear 2 episodes of them just talking about something.
Okay. So Joni and I
It's
watched
funny. I'm upset about talking, and that's all.
Yeah,
we do
yeah.
is talk. Such a hypocrite.
the irony behind it.
Yeah.
Hey, when's the last time? Have you ever seen Red Dawn, the first one with
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze?
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah.
Okay, so we watched that the other night, and that's like 1984,
Yeah.
or something like that, right?
Avenge me.
Wolverines,
Yeah.
right? Pony Boy. It's like they took the cast from The Outsiders, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, we have an idea for you guys." Anyways, that show is legit nonstop action from the time you
Yeah.
turn it on
That's what
until
I like.
the time it goes off.
The Russians.
Yep.
There's
I think they're Cuban and Russian.
Yeah, parachuting in right out
Yeah.
the gate. I love stuff like that.
Yep.
There's some talking, they're planning, but to me, you're right. I love stuff like that.
So that's
Get to the point.
yep.
You know, all this talking with Ozark and like Stranger Things, everyone's all
I haven't watched that.
too long, man. I was like, I get bored. It's like, shut up. So I fast forward and I just turn it off.
I like listening to how people talk and like what they talk about and how they talk about the stuff, like what's important to them.
Yeah.
Like the Peaky Blinders. Okay, so
I like
with
that show.
with Peaky Blinders, so with their lead character with Tommy Shelby and Arthur Shelby, they both fought in the war, and John, right? So they fought in the First World War, and where Tommy was digging trenches, and so then you have like different soldiers up front and infantry and cavalry and stuff for England, and you can see the hurt. I can recognize their PTSD. And as the show progresses, you can see them getting worse and worse and worse and worse, whether it's drinking, drug use, being promiscuous,
Just power.
the power hungry and being aggressive and violent and overt acts of violence. And just not thinking before they do things. I don't know. It's
been
like,
there.
you can recognize stuff like that. Like I can, like so much more. And now that, I've really come into like who I am as a person and the things that I've gone through and looking forward. But I don't know. I was talking about it today and I thought it was kind of neat.
No, I like that.
I don't like it, but I like it.
Well, I don't want you to feel like I'm shitting on your show and I don't like it. I don't want
The
you
Ozark show?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
I don't get paid. If I got paid from it,
Then
I would,
But how's you're supposed to be my boy?
I enjoy it. Ruth is crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I understand why Eazy-E came up with Ruthless Records.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Ruth. So I feel like let's get back to the point, man, because we can talk about all that stuff. And I feel like when people watch this show here, man, they can recognize and relate to the vulnerability and to the topic, or they can know they're like, hey, somebody listening and watching, or I know should be listening and watching to this.
Boom.
Watching this.
That's nice.
And so again, because like we recognize characters like in Peaky Blinders, like you said, I feel the same way about this show. Really do. And again, that's us finding our niche, and our niche is being relatable, literally being vulnerable. Because like again, Justin told me, dude, good stuff, man. I mean, really good, but are you sure you want to put that shit out there? You know? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay. That works for you.
Are you going to share it or?
Yeah. And it's like, and we get his support, man. And
yeah.
And again, I'm down to do that. I am down to be that. That's our niche. That's Still Here podcast. And I think what brings us to like the next point, you know, because because our first episode was with Sean, Your Pain is My Pain. You know, how he brought that on himself to take on the pain of others so that others can feel relief. But yeah, I'll wear it for you. You know, that's a brother, man. That's a good friend. That's a good man. You know, and so that's where I feel like what we want to do, you know, is to take on other people's pain, other people's issues.
Yeah.
And despite what they're going through, even though if it's just them alone or if it's a family thing, you know, they can relate because I'm always open about my family, in-laws and all that. And so, I mean, I think our first pilot episode was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, with Sean. You know, what podcast to start off? What greater podcast to start off with Sean and to be relatable?
Yeah.
You know?
Truly. Mm-hmm. I mean, we haven't even been on his show yet.
Yeah.
It would be nice to get invited to that.
Bruh.
I mean, no biggie.
I'll wear my Native American shoes.
Yeah, I don't have any of those, but I mean, I don't know.
I know, man. You know, so yeah, but the next one, I think what our goal is let's make our message clear to people, you know, on how to connect with them. We may have covered that in the first one, you know, but essentially our niche is to relate and be vulnerable, but what's our message?
And okay, so I feel like you do a great job of that with social media. And I need to be, I mean, putting all the cards on the table, I need to be more involved in that. And it's sometimes I get overwhelmed, like, and then this starts acting up and
I don't. And I don't.
No, I don't. No, I know. I start overthinking things and stuff. I don't know. I need to get more involved or just pay one of my daughters to do it, honestly, and just say, just run with this. Cause I know that we've talked about that before, but I think that our message gets across really, really well. You know, we sit here and we chop it up and we talk about, okay, we're going to talk about this today and then we're going to call it this, or like something happens on the show and we, the name of the episode or whatever, you know, just comes out organically without us having to go, okay, so today's episode is going to be about this, and we're going to talk about bop, 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 bop. And sometimes, you know, it's good to do that. And other times it's good to go from here.
Yeah.
So
it's not too scripted.
Correct.
Yeah. And then like I liken it to church when the pastor goes and he pulls out one of his messages he did last year.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you can tell it's like that's a message you won't connect with. You know, we went to a church, was it a few months ago or some time ago? And I felt like that pastor did that, you know. And so on the show, I want what our message is, I want our message to be clear, you know, to the viewers. Social media, we post Sundays, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you know. We miss Wednesday sometimes. So it's like
Wednesdays are weird.
Yeah. So we post 5-6 times a week.
Yeah.
To get our message out there.
Yep. You know what I wanted to bring up? And we're going back. I'm going to go backwards, but I did have a thought and then I lost it. But you were talking about like just feeling it. And sometimes we don't have to put content out there just to put content out there. Like we were gonna come and record this weekend, and we were both just like, hey man, let's just spend time.
Wasted too.
Yeah, let's just spend time with our families. Though we're just gonna hang out today, get some pizza, and just chill. And that's important. It's so important to do that. And that's the little stuff that nobody sees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it might look like we're always doing this. And in my brain, I feel like we are because we're always like busy, but we're trying to come up with something that's a quality product. And at the same time, still punching out, not a tidal wave of information, but you know what I mean? Like on the internet, but like being consistent. Yeah. And being there for people. Like if you're trying to be there as much as we can to send out a message.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, if you miss something, hey, go check out Bobbity Boobity Bobbity.
Mm-hmm. And you're right. You know, I like that because I'm always down to shoot. I really am. But sometimes I got to take a break.
Yeah.
That Saturday, I missed like 2 appointments, 2 things I was supposed to do, and I just wanted to be home, you know, and
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Just lay on the couch and watch football all
That's
day.
a good day.
Yeah. And same thing on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and so, yeah, man, our message overall is just we want to be consistent, man.
Yep.
But obviously we want to be consistent, taking care of our household, ourselves, our families, our health. You know, because if you're doing this after some time, man, I do feel sometimes people see, y'all just pushing it.
Yeah.
Y'all trying too hard, or y'all just trying to push the envelope.
Yeah. Like I don't have to sit here and talk about depression or PTSD or anything like that every single time that we're on. Yeah. However, things like that come up. And like, if we haven't learned anything, we collectively as a human race, it's stay healthy, vitamins, exercise, diet, you know, and wash your freaking hands.
Yeah, wash your hands.
Gosh,
double flush. Remember?
Do something.
I mean, I feel like those the last words we've been doing have been like life changing for me, man.
It really has.
Yeah, double flush. Man. Courtesy flush.
Yep.
Wipe down your light switches. Wash your hands, remember?
Yes.
Sure enough, when I walked out, I looked at my light switches. I'm a hypocrite. I need to wash this. And so we cleaned our light switches, man.
That's awesome.
My son's greasy.
I think I've gone through one time my house and just replaced them all.
Really?
Like, I'm not even going to clean this shit.
I have one right there. Just put it on. Yeah, you're right. And so I feel like that's our message is clear, is to be just for our straight message to connect, man, is to live out what we're doing, man. Live out our niches, our relatability, and our
authenticity.
Yeah, live it out, you know. And so, so the third one, I feel like for the goal for the show, maybe it's something I think you could elaborate on, is actively build a relationship with our viewers, our supporters, and have them on, and not just have like on A-list guests, you know, on the show, you know, to connect with like the average Joe or the average Josie, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that I think that it would be really refreshing, like Laura brought up. I mean, it's refreshing to see us, but it can't be us like all the time. It's fun to have like people that are like grinders, you know what I mean? And you don't have to have a podcast to come on a podcast.
Yeah.
You just have to have that ability to just talk with us and have a conversation.
Like Billy.
Oh man, that's probably,
again, that's that's episode 3.
That is episode 3. But man, that's, to this day, that's one of my favorite shows that we did. It was just awesome, man. I felt like we talked about like so much about being a dad, being a husband, and
being a man,
being a freaking man, you know, just because you mow the lawn and a pair of friggin' Nike Monarchs.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that your dad job ended, you know? I don't know. It's a really good show. You guys definitely need to, that's going to be one to download for sure. It was really good. Billy's a good cat.
I'm excited about that. Cause again,
his phone was freaking huge.
Yeah. Big old hit. Like he pulled it out. It was like a sword. And then he opened it.
It was a shield.
Then it was a shield. Yeah. He's like,
and he had like this holster on it.
Yeah.
Shing. It was fantastic.
But again, I'm not trying to say Joey or Joey, but Billy was just this average guy, but he is just an average dad.
I see what
he's
you're
like
doing.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah.
Works hard.
Yep.
You know, has little ones, you know, so guys, look out for that one. That one is going to be freaking amazing. That changed me that night. And we met at a friend's party, and that whole time we were talking, I was like, why in the hell aren't you on the show? Oh, man, I'm too shy on this. No, you're not.
No, he's not. And that was the whole point of it. We didn't have to chop it up about much.
Yeah.
We just talked about being a parent.
Yeah. And from a father's perspective. Yeah. And so, yeah, I feel like that's what we want. And again, we'll get the heavy hitters on, man.
Like Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Yep. Shout out to Tom Brady.
Still waiting, Tom. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're patient.
Yeah, we're on the way. You know, if you flew into Fresno and then you just drove up to the Bay Area, you could just swing by.
Facts.
You know, and
we're patient.
Yeah.
We're patient for you because we love you. We're in love with you. I don't want to sound psychotic, but
I don't think it sounds like that at all.
No,
I don't think it does.
I dream about what he smells like his hair.
Oh, like on Ted 2? Did you see that, bro? Perfect spiral.
I just want to do that one day. Like when I give Tom Brady a hug and I'm like, just want to breathe him in.
I bet he smells delicious.
He looks delicious.
I bet he does for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So we're going to have heavy hitters on like Tom Brady, man.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, one day. But I'm talking about local heavy hitters, business owners, and, you know, Roski.
Yes.
You know, and it's those to me are amazing creators, business owners, man. Mm-hmm. You know, people that are doing stuff in the community.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. And I feel like we do a great job of like spreading it out, it, you know, and I don't know, we've had professional comedians on. Mm-hmm. We've had just average folks. Mm-hmm. We've had,
let me look it up. I have our YouTube page up.
Like so legit business owners.
So after Sean, there's me and you, that weak as fuck. My one-on-one that you scarred, your foundation one, which was good. Then we had Josh Price, Keeping It Real.
Oh yes, having Josh on there. Mm-hmm. That was one of my favorite ones too.
He's awesome. I love that dude, man. He has a nice. You talk about a guy that lived it up.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like,
but he's still living it up.
Yeah.
He just does it with kids. He gives great hugs too. Mm-hmm. What's up, Josh?
Yeah. And so then after that, we shot It Takes Courage.
I love that.
That was a really good one. Yeah. Then that's when we had Average Joey on.
Yeah. Joey Mwan.
Uh-huh. And then there was mine, Your Filthy Animal. And then our Been Burnt one, we talked about being burnt.
Toast.
Yeah, being toasted. And this last one, episode 10 with Patrick, which just premiered last Friday, you know, the 5 Ps of Patrick. You know, again, he's just a family man, a father. Yeah. You know, so again, something that we could relate to.
I really did, you know, and having Patrick on, I thought was huge. I mean, we're basically finishing off everything with like your health. Mm-hmm. I loved that.
That's so true.
I loved that. And you know, with the show still here, I mean, we were on the right track while you guys are over here looking up whatever you're looking up about podcasts and stuff. I'm looking at different perseverance. Like, how can we persevere, and like, there's like thousands of like perseverance podcasts, you know? And that was my 6th P was persevering.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is what we do. Mm-hmm. That's what we've done. And every day that we show up here, that we show up to work, that we show up to be a dad, that we show up to be a husband, we persevered through whatever nonsense happened in our life to be here right now.
100%. Man.
And we're still here. Let's go.
Dude, I love that. That's why I feel like the show is a huge representation of us, the hosts.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting more out of the stuff than the hosts. I like, hey, thanks for having me on. They're like, hey, bro, you know this is your show. I'm like, yeah, no.
You're like, oh shoot, it is.
Where am I again?
Yeah, I forgot. You know, I blacked out.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, that show last week with Patrick was dope. I've been training with him, man, and you know, just a good guy, man, because he's a good family man. You know, I mean, he has 5 daughters. Jesus.
Somebody does not like him.
God is like, I'm
somebody.
Show
they're like, he's like, I'm going to punish somebody. Who could I punish today?
Patrick.
Yep. Patrick. Here you go, buddy. Here's 5 Ps. Also, here's 5 girls.
5 girls. 6.
I think,
counting wifey, man.
Yeah, like, I tell him that mouth a little bit.
I tell him that every time we go train, like we trained today. He lathered me up, man, with that oil.
Yeah, I told you I'd lather it up. That was nice.
All of that gift I sent you.
That was funny.
But yeah, so that's really what our show is, man, is connecting with guys like that. He's a good business guy. Yep. Made him start his social media, so we tagged him, you know, in the project 5P, man. So you guys give him a follow.
For sure.
Support him, man. Hit him up, man, if you were looking for real training. Because, man, I'm beat up today, dude. He tore us up today, man. Me and Laura just... Today was the first workout that we actually was like, I want to throw up. So.
That's awesome. If you worked out so hard that you threw up, then that is a workout right there. Or maybe don't
Eat a chimichanga.
Yeah, eat a chimichanga of like fettuccine Alfredo before you work out, you know?
Just like on
The Office.
Yeah.
I got a carbo load. He was doing the run for, what was it? Not the run for asbestos.
I haven't seen any of those.
Rabies. It was a run for rabies. They wrote a check, $300 to science.
Well, Band of Brothers, when what's his face made those guys eat spaghetti and they ran to the top.
Yes.
You know, I don't eat.
That would be a great challenge. That would be a great challenge. Like everybody eat a plate of pasta and then go for a run. Whoever throws up first
Loses.
has to eat everybody else's throw up.
Oh, heck no.
Spaghetti is the worst thing to throw up.
Or
Because
the
it's
bet
so
you
small,
can twist
it
it.
comes out your nose.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like, and it's just like hanging. Go
Yeah.
to camera one, go, and it's just just like that. Yeah, that's.
there we go with nose jokes again. All right.
But yeah, well, that's what I feel like. That's what. Again, our podcast is pretty dope that way, man. So let's get on to the next. So our goal for Still Here, and is obviously to be on other people's podcasts.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, to spread the love.
Like
and,
Sean's.
like Sean's.
waiting on Sean.
That's just one. Into the Light podcast. I mean, he's punching out good content. Just be nice to be invited. Check your phone. Did he text you or anything?
No.
Let me see.
No, I got.
Oh, wow.
nothing.
Look at, no,
I
nothing.
got nothing.
Yeah. Not even a, hey, bro, how you doing? Or
What are you wearing?
nothing. Yeah. Hey, I saw your last podcast. You guys look awesome.
I want to make out.
Is Jose still single?
Ready to mingle. No, nothing. I didn't get nothing from
yeah.
Sean.
Nothing. Yeah, me neither. I just checked.
But beyond
Actually,
that,
I have a missed call from somebody. Let me see. Nope, it wasn't Sean.
Yeah.
Not Sean at all.
But yeah, I would like to, because we went on Fuegos with Chris Wilson.
Yeah.
But I got a little sauced because I brought a whiskey pig.
Did you?
Yeah, he said they rewatched the episode or the show with us. He's like, man, it got good. He says, and tell me, Jose, he's like, and tell me, and you started drinking that whiskey pig. He says, then you just saw where it went off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if I remember correctly, I mean those were a while ago, and we haven't done anything since the new.
Yeah.
But like, man, you got sometimes like drinking whiskey like it's water, man. And I
finished
get
whole
that.
bottle. We finished it.
Yeah, that'll definitely like slow down your tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That would.
it's like hitting the e-brake. You know,
Yeah. Well, I think, yeah, it's like, and you're getting that backspin, and it's like, oh shoot, I gotta straighten this out.
Yeah.
You know, but again, what we want to do, or we're in talks, because I know Chris said he wants us out there for their opening day for Fuego. And that's in the works because he wants to kind of see how it works in, because what works for us with the Grizzlies is what Ray said in our meeting. Is like, he says, we want to base our new identity, and correct me if I'm saying this wrong, off your guys' brand.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I think it hit us like at the same time when he said that, and we're
It
like,
hit me in the gut. I was like, ooh, what?
"What do you mean?"
Ooh. And then he's like, I love the fact that you guys talk about real issues and you're still here. He's the same thing with us,
Yep.
you know, and so I
Just
think,
meeting that connection, you know.
yeah, and it's
Like
like,
you have one piece of a heart, and then you have another.
or we're just docking, man, you know?
Yep. Also that.
Yeah. And so with Chris Wilson, I know he wants to find what
He wants to dock with us?
No, he wants. I know he wants to find the reasoning on what have us on this show and what's relatable to Fuego. And I feel like us going their opening day to have a podcast there with Fuego, talk to the team, talk to whoever. I think that'll be cool. And there's a bunch of other podcasts that I want to help support people.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
that's another great topic, is just supporting one another in podcasting. And it's not an easy thing to do. I mean, we're grinding, and it's still like we have to freaking like bait people into like hitting the subscribe button.
Yeah,
by a chimichanga getting tattooed on your low back.
Dude, I don't think it's gonna happen, and I'm fine with that. What, Laura? What were you gonna say? Oh, I thought you were gonna say something. But yeah, and again, I never thought I'd ever be doing podcasts. Never.
No.
Until
I always thought it was an awesome idea.
Me, I never thought about it. It wasn't even like, oh, that's cool, or that's something I might be interested in. No, until what's his face brought me on his, and I thought it was cool. Then he had me on again. Then it's like, no, just join. So I joined, and I'm not gonna lie, it's an unfiltered podcast, and then I took it over, and I thought, oh, this is cool. So yeah, I'll give credit to Demo for bringing me into the podcast world, but I know me, if I get into something, I got to always elevate. I got to elevate.
Yeah.
If I stay here and it's like, it's easy, I don't like that. I'll walk away from easy stuff. I hate things that are just easy for me, man. I want a challenge. I want to always elevate and grow. And I feel like now that
That's an important trait in today's day and age. For sure.
Yeah, and now that we're doing this, we're elevating every show, every episode. We're elevating. Like you said, when people watch, people say, "There's a difference. You guys are growing. You guys are changing lives." And we get people commenting, life coaches. They're sharing our content, and it's like that's how I want to connect with people, man, and connect on their other people's shows too. Because again, we're not doing this just because it's a thing,
right? We're not being loud to be loud. I'm not being loud. I'm not even being loud. You haven't even seen Loud yet.
Yeah, you guys even seen it. Yeah, it's so true, man.
We haven't even wore like any ice or anything coming on here. You want Loud?
I mean, I got this TP chain right here, man. But I got loud when we did the live podcast at Attack Ops.
Yeah.
I got loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drank like
you're
25 glasses, pints of beer.
Yeah.
It was our beer because they made it
tastes so good. Once it touches your lips, it tastes so good.
And when I had about maybe 8 or 9, 10 of our lagers they made. Then I had like a few of their seltzers, and then I had the double nickel 9.
Yeah.
Gone. Yeah.
You don't need too many of those, man.
No, yeah. And so, but yeah, that's number 4 is to be on other people's podcasts, connect with the local podcast team and the podcast world, here in the Central Valley, man. And so, yeah.
Well, being the number 1 podcast in the Central Valley, I feel like it's only fair that we go and we go on other people's podcasts and support them.
And make them number 1?
And make them number 1, or at least number 2.
No competition.
There's one Tom Brady. There's
true.
only one number 12, right?
So we're the Tom Brady of the podcast.
I'd like to think that we are.
I'd like to think that we are. 100% agree.
I'm
fine with that.
Yeah.
That's why Tom Brady lives.
That's why Super Tom's right there.
Here. So, but yeah, that's it. And so the last one, man, and then we'll end it out with kind of our last thoughts, last biography, last who we are, so they can know, so our viewers and supporters can know us a little bit more. And then, we'll go from there, man. So the last one kind of seems redundant, man, but I really want, at the end of it all, I want Still Here podcast with me and you to create content people want to talk about.
Correct.
That's it.
Yep. People still watch Seinfeld to this day. And that was one of the original water cooler shows.
Yeah. A show about nothing.
A show about nothing.
Podcast about nothing.
A podcast about nothing.
Yeah.
But I mean, we stand for something, I guess. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people still to this day talk about Seinfeld. And that hasn't been on the air for like how many years? Like, I'm not good at math. So
same.
Yeah. But yeah, I want to be, I don't know. I'd like to look back at some of the content that we put out, some of the shows that we did, the guests that we had. And I want to look back at the episode with Billy and think, man, we were on fire right there. Like we had something, we caught it. That's where that's where I feel like we caught it.
Yeah.
And
that's so true. You know what? I'm glad we saved that.
Yep.
I'm glad we saved that.
Yep, me too. And I honestly see us helping other people grow as podcasters. I see us helping people grow as leaders, maybe mentors and coaches. I see doing public speaking, helping the community, helping the communities that we even go to. It doesn't even have to be here in California still.
Yeah.
I don't mind going to Tampa Bay where Tom Brady is and speaking, and doing like a forum or something like that.
Oh, I was thinking about his front door at his house. Sorry.
I think ultimate goal, that too. I think Giselle will whoop us both. But
she can. I don't care. Sure, I would actually like that.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Prove it.
But no, you're right. And again, that's something we're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like long-term stuff. And, for 2022, I see us...
Remember, we haven't hit a year yet.
No, we haven't. We've only...
Excited.
Yeah, we've only done 11 episodes, like pilots and stuff. And
we just started those Minute Mondays.
We're just growing. We're growing in all directions. And when you're doing that, you're going to reach the people that we're supposed to reach. We're supposed to be doing this right now. So the people that are watching this are supposed to be watching and listening and hearing
or
and
you're supposed to
understanding.
be doing this too.
Yeah. Or maybe you need to come be on the show.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to hit us up.
And again, it'll give your circle, your people that follow you, something to watch and listen to talk about. At the end of it, that's all we want to do is create content to talk about.
I'd like to do some cool stuff like this year. Maybe
Skydive?
No. We're still here.
Hopefully.
Hey, how many times can Johnny bounce? I don't know. Let's find out. Boom.
I'll probably just slam and that's it.
And now he's part of the ground.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to get some obviously we want to get more merch. We want to get more gear.
Yeah.
Want to maybe even donate some stuff, or we go to like a skate park or something like that and just kind of like drop little hints about like where something's going to be. Maybe we paint up a skateboard, a Still Here skateboard. Maybe we contact
Rob Deerdeck.
Yeah, Rob. I was just thinking Prodigy here in town was the only locally owned. Actually, it's not. I take that back. Nope, rewind. There are a couple, but
that's true.
My buddy at Prodigy donated a skateboard, a Vision skateboard once for a fundraiser for a firefighter buddy of mine that got hit by a car. So that was pretty neat. Anyways, it'd be cool to do some stuff like that. Maybe I know that people are still going through stuff, but the more that we're out there and people can see us, maybe some live stuff, opening day stuff.
I want to do like man on the street stuff.
Yeah.
I want to take this setup, set up at River Park, get a permit on the sidewalk there, and just have a topic and ask people questions. Strangers, random people, just MOS is what they call it in the news world, just a man on the street.
I like that.
Or non-binary person on the street. I don't know, whatever you want to talk about. No? Yeah?
That's awesome. I did not see that coming. I was like,
I don't want to leave out
I was just like listening to you and I'm like,
non-binary.
There it is. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, so I'm pretty good at stuff like that, man.
Nicely done.
But that's actually what I want to do, man. I really want to get out there. And because a lot of people like seeing the setup. When we're at TAC Ops, everyone's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
And it actually boosted TAC Ops. Dude, that podcast, what was the views we got total, Laura, all day? Do you remember?
I remember, was it 50?
50,000? Yeah, we reached 50,000 people, man.
That's rad.
Yeah, reached.
Yep.
And people was like, we saw this on Facebook. We saw this on you guys. And they came and they were on the show, and it's like the reach and that they were the busiest ones, I think, on because they're doing like that Taco Clovis. And
yes. Yep.
So yeah, man, those are the type of things that when people walked in, they saw, they're like, damn, who are these guys? And it's fun.
Yep.
Especially when I'm like 20th glass in and I'm talking about going home and clapping my wife's cheeks,
boy.
And everyone's like, oh.
And that's where we went. If anybody's a producer and director for a podcast, we'd love to take an application, I guess.
But no, again, you're right. That's the vision. That's the goal for the show. And to end our pilot episodes, with this, I feel like this is, important, super necessary. And, what do you think, Laura, after, what do you think this goes? Where do you think you obviously want help, you want a break?
No, I think anything is possible. Like there's so many avenues. I don't want to put a limit to it because I think this could go anywhere. We can be portable. We can do anything. It's just no limits to it.
Yeah. No limit.
Growing in all directions.
Let's go.
I like that.
All right, so let's last thing, man. Let's end this on a quick bio of you. People like maybe something they don't know. People don't know, and you might find your soulmate.
I found her already. I don't want to, like I said before, I don't want to know anybody the way I know my wife.
I was your soulmate, man. That's what I'm saying.
You're a different type of soulmate.
Okay, yeah, you might, yeah. So go ahead, man.
He's your bromate.
Your bromate. Ooh, well, there you go.
Gosh,
you might find a bromate.
I found you. Yeah. I am
found him.
Nailed it. I am incredibly thankful. I'm grateful and humbled. This whole experience, just with the pilot episodes, have just it's changed my life in a really positive way.
Yeah,
because I'm able to talk to other people and And, there's a lot of folks that make me feel normal because there's a lot of us that are messed up out there, and that's okay to be messed up. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right as long as you're growing in all directions. So that's what these pilot episodes have helped me do. They've helped me grow in every direction of my life.
What's your mini bio?
My mini bio, I'm a 47-year-old man who's broken down. I'm like one of those old jalopies on the side of the freeway, man, that you drive by and you're like,
Still kicking though.
Yeah, I am. No, 47 years old. You know where we live. You know what we're about on the #1 podcast in the Central Valley. I've served my community and my country for over 30 years. Married for 27 years, 4 awesome kids. My wife is my other half of me. I've survived most of my life. A pretty, not exactly a ideal childhood, but if I look back on what I've overcome, persevered through, it's made me the man I am today. I feel like there are still like all these different storms that came my way, and I've weathered from just the different things that I've seen in my career and different just experiences I've had trimming trees. I went from like 0 surgeries in my whole life to having a surgery in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. I mean, I'm really hoping not to have surgery in 2022.
Amen, bro.
Claim
that.
Yeah. I just want to be better. I want to remember, and I want to feel freaking normal again, and I think that's the fight all the time. And I think that, and let me rephrase that, I know that there are a lot of people that watch this, that don't watch this, that listen, that should be listening, that they need to hear that because they're not feeling normal and they haven't for a long time. And their feet could be on the fog line because I know mine were. And I don't like that feeling. I don't want that feeling. I don't want that. I want, and sometimes you're sad, but it's the difference between being in a good place, a bad place, and a destructive place.
Definitely.
Yeah. So,
I mean, that's you entirely. Cause I remember I called you one time and you're like, how you doing, man? I'm sad,
Yeah.
And you're honest about that.
I will tell you every time if I'm doing good or if I'm not doing good.
You do.
Yep.
And I love that and respect that about you, man. I feel like that's why our chemistry on the set, on the show, that's what a lot of people see, man, and we connect that way, man. So I appreciate you, joining the team, joining what we do here, man, and taking it to another level. Every time it challenges me to grow, because I know what we're putting into this, because we know what we want out of this.
Right.
So a little bit about me though. So you guys know that, married 16 years to my wifey, Laura, and I got 3 beautiful kids, man, or young adult humans, cause I can't call them kids no more. I'm so used to calling them kids,
They're all kids.
Yeah. And so they're amazing, man. They're smart. These guys, their common sense levels are way beyond the average. And that's one thing I love about them, man, because we teach that. And so, I'm from Seattle, Washington, man. So straight up native family up there. Migrated down here when I was 9. Like you said, I didn't have the happiest of childhoods, And so,
but you made the mess. I mean, we all made the best of what we had.
Yeah. And we had no choice, and I feel like what makes my story on the show relevant and relatable is that the neighborhoods I grew up in, the schools I went to, the situations that I grew up in, things that have happened, I know a lot of people in the Central Valley have felt that and experienced that, and as I'm 40 years old and never knew, that I would still be affected by a lot of that now, going into 16 this year, 17 years of marriage, and not knowing there was an issue there still.
Trauma is an asshole.
Yeah.
And and what we talk about is like peeling layers back, right? Until it's like oh, but you skipped a layer.
Yeah.
Like, how did I go from here to here, but then I forgot about this, and then this guy over here is going,
yeah,
you didn't forget about me.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know. So that's who I am, man. And you know, I feel like that's what the main topic or compliments we get is that you guys are willing to talk about the stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of young men don't talk about, you know, and so that's who I am. That's, you know, I've worked in the news ministry or media. I was a youth pastor at one time. You know, I was in ministry pretty much our whole marriage, you know, as a youth leader or whatever, as a youth pastor, got out of that world and just said, I need to go back to news, blah, blah, blah. Then I started my own business, you know, so now we're doing this and we got bigger things coming, greater things coming, man. And, you know, I wake up to my own schedule, my own time.
That's awesome.
You know, so yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
You have one boss.
One boss. Yeah. And we got 3 other ones too. You know, those 3 little bosses. They do. You know, so yeah, man, that's it. That's pretty much the pilot episode 11. I'm looking forward to season 1, episode 1.
Yeah, me too.
Coming to YouTube.
I guess a phone near you,
or
or
a phone near you. Yeah,
computer,
whatever
you want to call it, whatever you watch.
iPad, tablet, whatever.
Maybe you're just driving. I don't know.
Something, and you're listening on Spotify and Apple Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, I looked up on our dashboard for our Podbean. It says Apple Podcast, Spotify, and a couple other ones, but like there's other that people are listening to us on. It's like 35%.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the other? I didn't sign us up for nothing.
You just find us on like these different little podcast
That's weird.
video thing. Yeah.
Those are 35%.
That's a lot. That's a big chunk of folks.
Because then there was, like I said, Apple Podcast was 1, then Spotify 2, then these other ones. But just other was that. I was like, oh, that's huge. Big chunk. Big chunky
chunks.
So yeah, man, that's it.
Well, I thank you for having me today.
Yeah, you guys, thanks for listening, watching, putting up with us again, creeping on Tom Brady. We love you, Tom. Hope you hear this and see this. I think about you every day, and I dream about what you smell like. That's it.
I think of all the different hairstyles he's had throughout the years.
Yeah.
We should go and do the different Tom styles.
Dude, I want to try the long hair.
Yeah. Remember when he hurt his that cheap shot with his face, and then he grew his hair out and wearing Uggs? Everybody's making fun of him for wearing Uggs.
Yeah, he's the one that set the standard for men wearing Uggs.
Tom Brady sets the standard for men, period.
I want the butt chin, dude. I hope one day when I get older.
Jose got a booty hole on his chin. I can't, that's not mine. That's from me, myself, and Irene. Look, Daddy got a butt hole on his chin.
That's funny. But yeah, you guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for your support.
You can eat and wipe your ass at the same time.
Come on. Pretty much, man. But yeah, what do you think real quick? Laura, Tom, get to know you real quick. I know everyone get to know you too.
Was raised in Parlier.
You're white.
Out in the country. Moved to Selma when I was about 13. Lived there, made friends, and then got married when I was 18 with Jose.
This guy right here.
And we've had kids back to back almost every 2 years. And then we stopped at number 3. And I'm a stay-at-home mom. And we're going on 17 years this year.
Oh, yeah.
And our life is constantly changing and evolving and developing every day. And
we're
it's
still
fun.
learning a lot of new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I like it. I like my life. I love my life. I love my husband and my family.
Well, cool. You guys, I didn't want to forget about the wifey, the producer, the director, because she can just shut it all off right now. So yeah. But you guys, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned for our season 1, episode 1. We're Still Here podcast, man. My name is Jose Cruz, your favorite Native American. We got my man.
My name is Johnny Fisher, your favorite Fresnan. I don't know. Maybe you are.
We got to figure out something.
Not. I'm just Johnny. That's all I am. I'm just Johnny. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to talk to you guys. And we'll talk to you really soon. So don't forget to hit the bell button, subscribe, like, share, pass on. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, anything that there's a Graham book type of stuff. Look us up. We're always out there. We're punching out great content, and
I'm going with you, man.
I lost it, man.
We'll see you guys.
I completely will see you on the see you now or see you another time.
On the next one. We'll see you guys.
See you guys. Later.
Peace.